I asked a question on YouTube and I got some pretty interesting responses. So I want to talk about that. So first off, we'll just talk about the question itself, which was I asked, is the gi dying and is no gi going to take over? And I don't think the gi is dying at all. But I thought it was an interesting question to pose and see the answers. So first, I'll clarify why I think the gi. I'll clarify why I'm asking this question in the first place, because clearly no gi is growing considerably, and the sport itself is growing considerably right now. But just because no gi is growing considerably doesn't mean that gi's not growing too. They're both growing. I just think that no gi is growing faster. I don't think that's hard to dispute. The gi has been ahead of no gi for a very long time. So it's good to see no gi grow as well. And I don't think we'll ever get rid of the gi, for the main reason is that like a lot of kids behave better when they wear gi in class. That's just like, they behave so much better. They think it looks cool. They like get that discipline in them just from wearing it. And, there will always be gi kids classes will always be very popular. They'll turn into adults. They'll still train gi. Maybe some will go to no gi only, but a lot of them will still do gi. Gi's going nowhere. And some people just prefer gi over no gi. And that's never going to change too. So, but one thing I thought was interesting was that a lot of people were saying that the reason why gi will never go away is because for self-defense, you want to be able to, grab grips. So like, for example, they were saying like in the winter, if someone has a winter coat, you'd be able to grab it and use it to your advantage. But in my opinion, at least, I don't think that anyone would really grab grips, like clothing grips, when you're in a real fight. I think it would be too much like to think about and do and hard to grab. Like, especially people wear like I wear pretty tight pants. Like it would be very hard to grab like a pant grip on me, or like if it's like a winter coats are pretty like slippery and hard to really grab. So I think that would be difficult. And what do you guys think of? Do you think in a real fight you actually be grabbing someone's winter coat and their jeans and stuff like that, or would you be really having more of a no gi game during that fight?
I think I'd be having more of a no gi game during that fight. That way, you can have an underhook, overhook. You don't have to worry about grips at all.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be thinking about the gi at all, but maybe I'm wrong. What do you think, Joey?
No, I mean, hopefully I'd never have to find out.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think. I'm trying to think, like, from a self-defense standpoint, I don't know if I'd want to commit both of my arms to like a collar, because I feel like someone could just punch me in the face if my hands are trying to like grab collars. I think I'd much rather just like have underhooks or overhooks where I'm controlling the arm and the body at the same time. Like Jordan, you and I have both fought MMA. Like if someone was wearing a gi in MMA, I still don't know if I would reach up and grab the collar, because now I can't protect my head. Whereas if I just like underhook or overhook on that side, they can't really hit me with that arm. So I think in that perspective, probably wouldn't use much of a gi game. The only thing I think might help is like if you had an underhook, like actually like grabbing onto like a belt or like a waistband or something, you know what I mean? Like as opposed to just having the arm there, like if it's there. But I think probably no gi is like, honestly, both are good, but I'd probably use more no gi controls.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. And I think, maybe this is a little factor too, because people are saying that like winter, you wear such heavy clothes in winter. I think people are way less likely to fight in the winter, to be honest. I think in the summer is when people's blood gets boiling, and that's when they really start getting angry. Not that there's no fights in the winter, but I think that's a little bit of a factor too. Maybe just barely, but just something interesting. So yeah, I was really surprised by that. But we could be wrong. Maybe one video I want to do is like just test out different like uniforms for jiu-jitsu or MMA or something. Like try like casual wear where it's like jeans and a shirt. Try like a suit where it's a suit, and then same thing with winter clothes, and just see how much it impacts the fight or the grappling match, just depending on how I do it. But yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool, because I'm just very unsure that I would ever grab a collar and sleeve or any meaningful gi grips if I was in a street fight and the person had like a sweater or winter coat on. I just don't see that happening. But like it's definitely possible, so I'm not saying it's not possible.